Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Margarita and I'm a stay-at-home homeschooling mama to 4 kiddos. And on this channel, I share homemaking and motherhood videos. Today, I'm sharing what I cooked for dinner this week from Sunday through Thursday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. On Sunday, we had kofta kebabs. These are half lamb and half beef. Into my stand mixer, I'm going to shred 1 large onion, and I am shredding it in just a cheese grater. My kids prefer it this way. They don't like chunks of onion. Then I am going to go ahead and add 2 pounds of meat. I'm using half beef and half lamb. Then I'm going to add some minced garlic, a piece of toasted soaked bread in water. Make sure you squeeze all the water out afterwards. Some parsley, salt, pepper, and cumin, and 1 egg. I'm going to stir it all very well to combine in my stand mixer. You can also use your hands, but I just prefer the stand mixer. It just makes life a little bit more easier. Next, using damp hands, I'm portioning out the meat into large balls and placing them on a tray. I'm going to churn these balls into the actual kebabs. Just slide each ball onto a skewer and using damp hands, shape it around the skewer. I prefer these metal skewers to the wooden ones because those always burned even if I soak them for hours, and these are from Amazon and they are great. I'm going to place the finished kebabs into my fridge for at least an hour. This will harden the meat around the skewer. And while the kebabs are in the fridge, I'm going to start working on my sides and preheat the grill. I am making rice for our side. I boiled 4 cups of water, added 2 teaspoons of salt and 2 cups of rice, and I'll cook that for 20 minutes on low. And for our vegetable side, I decided to serve the kebabs with a cucumber and tomato salad with a creamy dressing. It's really simple. Just chop up some tomatoes, cucumbers, and onions. It could be green onions, red onions, sweet onions, whatever you want. Place that into a bowl, and I'm going to dress this with equal parts mayo and sour cream, just about maybe a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of each, and some salt and pepper, and just stir it together, and that is it. I love this salad so much. It's so simple and delicious, and I can eat this every day and not get tired of it. The grill is hot. I'm going to go ahead and grill my kebabs on medium heat until they are done. My 2 youngest kids love broccoli, so I'm going to pop some frozen broccoli into the microwave and then just toss it with some butter, garlic powder, salt, and pepper, and that is it. Dinner is ready to be served. The next day, I made some beef lasagna, something my older kids love and continue to ask for when I ask them for dinner ideas. Into a large skillet, I'm going to shred 1 large onion, and I'm going to put about 1 pound of ground beef. These packs from Costco, I think, are 1.3 pounds. I'm going to season the meat with salt and pepper and break it up with my little ground beef masher, and I'm going to brown the beef. And while the meat is browning, I am going to go ahead and prepare the ricotta cheese mixture. Into a bowl, I add about 2 cups of full-fat ricotta, 2 eggs, some frozen spinach, salt, and pepper. Just stir everything until combined, and I'm going to set it aside until I need it. I continue breaking apart the ground beef so everything cooks evenly. I have my sauces ready. I'll be using 1 jar of marinara sauce and 1 can of tomato sauce. Once the beef is cooked through, I'm adding some fresh garlic and then the sauces. I like to rinse my jars and cans out with a little bit of water and add that liquid into the skillet with the sauce. I'm going to season the sauce with salt, pepper, oregano, some basil, any other herbs I want. I'm going to bring it to a boil and simmer for about 10 minutes. So I have everything ready to start assembling the lasagna. I'm going to be using the oven-ready noodles, which makes making lasagna so much quicker. I spread some sauce on the bottom of the casserole dish. Then onto each lasagna sheet, I am going to spread the ricotta mixture and then lay them all out in a row, 3 in my casserole dish. And I'm going to add some sauce over that and then add the cheese. Then I'll repeat the layers until I run out of noodles or sauce, but I was able to make 4 layers with these noodles. Lasagna is such a great dish to make ahead of time if you know you'll be too busy to cook dinner that evening, but still want a home-cooked meal. I actually made this in the morning because that afternoon we had music lessons and errands to run. So after coming home, all I had to do was pop the lasagna in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes until the cheese was bubbly and dinner was done. I served the lasagna with this sweet kale salad kit, which I buy at Costco. My younger kids actually don't like the salad, so they just get cucumbers. So this was dinner. Our next dinner was barbecue chicken thighs. I have a little over 3 pounds of boneless thighs here, which I trimmed and washed and put into a bowl. I am seasoning the chicken with salt, pepper, paprika, a little bit of barbecue sauce and avocado oil, and garlic as well. I'm going to stir everything to combine and let it marinate for a couple of hours. I prepped the meat that morning, let it marinate in the fridge for a few hours, and about an hour before I was planning to grill, I left the chicken on the counter to take the chill off. I preheated my grill to 350 and grilled the chicken until it was cooked through, and then I used a brush and added more sauce to each chicken thigh and grilled it just for a few more minutes. While the chicken was going on the grill, I made some Instant Pot mac and cheese, and this was a new recipe I tried and was by far the best instant mac and cheese I've ever made. Correction, it's the best mac and cheese I've ever made. I think the trick was in the chicken stock instead of just water. It gave it so much flavor. The recipe will be linked down below for you, and I highly recommend trying it. It's so quick and easy and so delicious. After 6 minutes of cooking time and a quick release, this is what the noodles look like right now, just cooked and seasoned noodles. Next, I'm going to add the hot milk and 4 cups of cheese, just a little bit at a time until it's all incorporated. I popped the lid on at the end for a few minutes to help the cheese melt. Mac and cheese is done. I'm gonna pop the lid on and keep it on warming. The chicken is done and is resting. Next, I'm going to go ahead and make some peas real quick for our side dish. Into a skillet, I just added 2 tablespoons of butter, some onion. I think it was half of an onion here. I'm going to brown the onion until it is golden. Next, I'm going to add some fresh garlic and then my frozen peas. I seasoned my peas very well and added a little bit of water and then popped the lid on for a few minutes. These cook up really quick and are the tastiest way to make peas in my opinion. The caramelized onion, the butter, the parsley really adds so much flavor. This was dinner. It was such a good and satisfying meal, and the leftover chicken and mac and cheese were really great the next day for lunch as well. On Wednesday, I made Mississippi pot roast, my favorite slow cooker meal ever, great for my busy Wednesdays. I have about a 4-pound roast here. I like to cut up the roast into large chunks. I find it cooks evenly this way, and I like to cut all of the fat out. I place the meat into my slow cooker and then just sprinkle a packet each of ranch dressing and au jus seasoning mix. I'm going to add a few tablespoons of butter on top and a few pepperoncinis. Cook on low for 8 hours. I'm going to serve the pot roast over mashed potatoes and a salad. And for this salad, I just sliced up some cucumbers, onions, bell peppers, placed those in a bowl, and then I added a can of drained corn and some riced cauliflower. I dressed the salad with equal parts sour cream and mayo, some minced garlic, salt, and pepper. Just stir it all together and it is ready to eat. So this was dinner, absolutely delicious with minimal effort. Great for a busy weeknight dinner or company is coming weekend dinner. The pot roast is also good served over rice or noodles. Thursday was a little extra. I saw turkey drumsticks at the grocery store and it really made me crave Thanksgiving dinner. So I decided to make a mini Thanksgiving dinner with the drumsticks. I rinsed the 4 drumsticks and poured some avocado oil over them, seasoned with salt, pepper, and paprika, and just rubbed the seasoning into them very well. Around the drumsticks, I just added cubed up onion, some celery, and carrots. I'm also pouring some chicken broth around the drumsticks. This is going to serve as my gravy later on. I'm going to cover the roasting pan with some foil and roast the drumsticks for 1 hour covered, and then uncover them and roast them for about another hour. While that is going, I'm going to prep some scalloped potatoes. Into a large skillet, I'm adding some butter and 1 chopped up onion. I'm going to caramelize this onion, and while that is going, I'm going to go ahead and slice my golden potatoes using my mandolin slicer. Into a casserole dish, I am laying out about half of the potatoes that I sliced. Back to the onions, they are starting to caramelize, so I'm going to add some fresh garlic, some flour to it, stir it together, cook the flour for a little bit, and then I'm going to add my heavy cream and milk. I'm seasoning the sauce with some salt, pepper, and paprika, as well as some basil and oregano. I'm going to stir everything together very well and bring it to a simmer. Once it is simmering, it is ready to go on top of my potatoes. I'm going to use about half right now and then top it with some cheese. I am using some Parmesan and cheddar cheese, and then add the rest of the potatoes over that and the rest of the sauce over that. Scalloped potatoes are going to go into the oven for about an hour covered and about an hour uncovered until they're golden on top. The drumsticks are done, so I'm going to let those rest for a bit, and while the turkey's drumsticks are resting, I'm going to go ahead and make the gravy. And I'm going to go ahead and collect the carrots, onions, celery, and the broth and pan drippings and just blend it together. That's how I make my gravy. It's so delicious. And this would typically go over mashed potatoes and the turkey, but we're just having scalloped potatoes today. So we're just gonna serve this over the turkey. And the scalloped potatoes are done. So good. I'm going to go ahead and start on our veggie. For my veggie side, I'm making green beans. Into a skillet, I just added some butter and garlic. Let that release its aroma. I'm adding my trimmed and cleaned green beans, season it with salt, pepper, and paprika. Then I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of water to the skillet and close the skillet with a lid and let the green beans cook for about 6 minutes. After about 6 minutes, I remove my lid. I'm adding some pecans and some dried cranberries. I'm going to toss it together, add the lid back to the skillet and cook for about 1 more minute, and then the beans are done. So this was dinner, a real treat for us here in September, looking forward to Thanksgiving. I hope you guys enjoyed cooking these 5 dinners with me. If you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. These cooking videos are definitely my most time-consuming videos to film and edit, and I really appreciate your support on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.